live. I'm in I'm in Cambridge, Ohio. Brought a client out here. They're shooting a movie somewhere, and I had to stay overnight. So I came up to this place. It's on top of a mountainside, overlooks the city or town. It's I forget what this place is called. It's a winery up here. Check out this view. Somebody, 150 years ago, 200 years ago, came up here and said this would be a good spot for.
I can remember Miles. He still was my boss. Oh yeah. And he was telling me like what to do. He said you need to get her. Yeah, and he said get her some Gatorade, get her some this, and get her some that. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, poor Anna, she's still sick. Because I must have texted you like, yeah, I'm still throwing up. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, they have restrooms out here too. Oh, check this out. I should have sat out here.
You do.
I didn't realize they had all this.
Absolutely, you gotta. I do. Yeah, we were.
And I got some steps here. The deck overlooks. I'm too old. It overlooks an actual winery. They got more around the corner there. Somebody came up here years ago and planted grapevines. But this is a pretty amazing spot. That is Cambridge. Out here in this valley. This is a hell of a spot. So whoever bought this, they were thinking ahead. So, I can't read the chat with the sun. Yeah, this is all mine. This is my little part of Italy in the middle of Ohio. Actually, not a bad little town. It's near a state park called Salt Fork, which is a big lake they dammed up, and it's right off of the 70 eastbound and 77 northbound Ohio interstate. So I'm sitting there pointing it, thinking I had it pointing at the valley instead of my chin. But that's it. I got hours to kill. I have to pick some. They kept changing their pickup time. So originally I was going to drive home and come back. And then they changed it again for the third time. So I got a motel last night. And then they changed it again. And I'm like, well, it's a non-refundable motel, so they picked up the cost of the motel, which was very nice. So I got a little mini vacation, so to speak, up here. Oh, these chairs are all like high chairs. I don't know how comfortable they're going to be, but we'll sit in. Yeah, oh, that ain't bad. Oh, God damn it. Well, that's kind of a weird angle. I They got these kind of, they're not Adirondack chairs, they're kind of high chairs, but they're not quite high enough because your chin is right about at the level of this this thing here. You gotta kind of look above it. But I've got, what time is it? It is, what time is it? I don't know. It's only like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And they're up in some farm north of there. And I don't have to pick them up until 8 p.m. So I got hours to kill. And this place was kind of weird. I come in, because they supposedly had a restaurant up here. And I come up here and there's this gigantic parking lot on the other side, and grapevines all the way around. And they're kind of like, they're all kind of like trendy lesbians. Not that that's a bad thing. But I walk in, I step in, the place is completely empty. I guess I'm the first one there, around noonish. And I stand there for a minute, and they got your little point of service thing right there, and then I'll show it again when I go back out. And I stand there and I go, well, I'm one for lunch. And she says, well, here, take a menu and you can go look at the salad bar and the soup, and then, the items on the menu. And she says, then you can come back here and tell us what you want. I'm like, and she says, oh, what's your, she starts taking down all this information. And she asks me my name, and I'm like, I look at her and I'm the only one here. She says, okay, here's my name. So, and then I'm like, well, okay, nobody waits tables. You got like 6, 7 people running around here. No, nobody's waiting tables. She says, come back here and order, and then go into the bar and pay for it. And she's getting ready to charge me right there. I said, I haven't even sat down or eaten or know what I want. You already want a card? You already want? She goes, no, yeah. She's kind of perturbed. And she says, no, you can pay after. Well, it's usually what you do at a restaurant, in case it sucks. Yeah. So I go, well, okay. So you got a salad bar, and there's like 5 different kinds of soup. And I'm like, $12. Okay, that ain't bad. And she says, but I said, well, can I get I can sample the soups? She says, no, you just get one, and you only get a cup. And I'm like, well, the salad bar is normally like $8 or $9. So that makes a cup of soup like $5. And she, she's getting a little pissy with me, and I'm like, well, let me, I go over to the salad bar. They've got this gigantic pizza oven, this wood-burning pizza oven at the other end. 2 really cute girls working down there actually making the food. These 3 or 4 other lesbians were just kind of walking around the bar being lesbians. And I look at the salad bar, and it's kind of meager. It's nothing to write home about. It's kind of like when they used to have not Burger Boy. It used to be, I can't remember the name of restaurants now, but they're all gone. They used to have a really crappy salad bar. And this was kind of like that. I mean, it looked fresh, but there was, maybe a half a dozen to a dozen different things, peppers, and I'm like, okay, well, and you had a paper bowl, okay, so I gotta serve myself, and I look at the girl and I say, she tells me I only get a cup of soup. She says, no, I don't know why they tell you that. No, you get a bowl. It's a big bowl. I go, okay, it better be for $5. So I ordered beans and ham, which was pretty good. But I wanted to sample. They had, chowder and a couple other things. No, you have to buy another bowl of soup if you. Okay, I don't want that. So I like get the salad. They bring my soup over. They actually brought the soup over. I didn't have to fetch it myself. But then they don't really come back. And I ordered an iced tea. Thinking, well, you get a unsweetened iced tea. Most places they'll make you a big jug of iced tea, and you can have as much as you want. I come back to the table, and there's a little plastic bottle of tea. I can never remember the brand, and a glass of ice, and I'm like, so the iced tea, I don't get refills? No. No. Oh, okay. So $13, $14, and how much salad can you eat? So, well, you could have got, yeah, you can get more salad. I don't want more salad. I just wanted to sample the chowder. You can't do that. Okay, all right, fine. So, and then afterwards, you got to go. They don't come back to you with the check or anything. You got to go looking for them. So I went in and I soiled their bathroom. Came back out, and still nobody there. There's like 2 people. So obviously not a lot of people come up here. And to get up here, you got to drive up this snaky little donkey path through these, tumble down West Virginia looking neighborhood. You know what I mean? Just crappy little shit boxes on the side of a hill. I thought, well, that's kind of weird. And then you get up here and there's this gigantic parking lot, and they have their own winery apparently. But I wasn't even gonna approach to sample, a wine sampler or something. So anyway, and then all yesterday and this morning, well, they're kind of, they're up above the clouds have come down. If you look, they've been spraying heavily. These are not natural. These are all, you can see some of it there. The sky this morning and yesterday was just crisscrossed with. Jets do not make clouds. They never did. Jet aircraft do not make clouds. So, that's a contrail. No. I grew up a kid in the 50s and 60s, and a contrail was if you saw a jet aircraft at high altitude, and there wasn't anywhere near the jet traffic we got now. You would see a tiny speck of a jet and a tiny little plume coming out the back of it, and then it would disappear immediately. That is condensation. That's an actual contrail. These things are being sprayed. They're spraying the shit into the fuel, and also they have specific aircraft that are full of tankers, and they just lay this shit down for miles and miles, and at about 30 or 35,000 feet, and it lowers and spreads out like a spider web, and it forms this crap. You can see one there, and that another one out there where it's spread out. But they were hot and heavy this morning. When they do it in the early morning and late evening when people are less likely to even notice. And most people they haven't got a clue what's happening. They're like, oh no, those are clouds. Well, no. Jet aircraft do not fucking make clouds. So, nowadays planes do that shit. No, they don't. Jesus Christ. Yeah, jet aircraft have become less efficient in the 50 years that I've been seeing them fly. 69 years actually. So for 60 years they've become less efficient. Jet aircraft do not make clouds, not naturally. People are stupid, but you're breathing that shit in. So be it. And also, they don't notice that things have gotten grayer. I mean, it's still winter time, and the trees haven't come in, but during the summer, things aren't as green as they used to be when I was a kid. And during the fall, we used to have just brilliant fall colors, and I mean brilliant, brilliant bright reds and yellows, oranges, and all kinds of colors. And now they're all kind of a dull gray. And people don't know any better because they never saw a truly beautiful baby blue sky, clear blue sky, and fall colors. Just intense fall colors. Nobody has any idea. It's only taken a single generation to turn everybody into mindless fucking automatons, which is what Nikola Tesla used to call us. And then Bill Cooper called us sheeple, and he was right. Sheeple. Let me turn this around. I didn't bring I keep forgetting to get a stand for the phone, because then I could have just set it down and pointed it out at the view here. This is a heck of a spot, though, I tell you, man. Heck of a spot. Whoever grabbed this up, they were smart. And it's remote, man. You can there's a dinky little donkey path of a road that comes up here. And that's very strange. They have guardrails on either side of this thing. I'm thinking this might have been like a military facility or something at one point. Who puts up guardrails out here? In case your tractor rolls off the hill, I don't know. And there's a house and a barn, so maybe it was a farm. I don't know. It's a house and a barn back here. I can't see shit with these sunglasses on here. Anyway, see those are not clouds. That is aerosol. It's the term aerosoled. And it's been tested in the past, but they've covered it up. Now they're saying, oh, it's to cool the planet. We're deliberately trying to block the sun. Okay, you're blocking the sun. That makes sense. There's global warming. Yeah, but we had a snowstorm. Oh, no, it's global cooling. No, it's climate change. Well, yeah, the climate changes. It's been changing since we're still in the end of an ice age. The climate has been changing for 12,000 years, and for 4 billion years before that, the climate was changing. And they talk about, CO2. CO2 is going to just kill everybody. No, it actually turns the planet green, because trees and plants eat CO2, carbon dioxide. Stupid fucking people. And they produce oxygen. So what's Bill Gates' plan? Well, he wants to bury the forest. He wants to bury trees. Oh, that makes sense. Well, the trees aren't making the CO2, and we're not really making CO2 either. It's CO2 levels. you can ask anybody who is honest about like ice cores, ice samples. You know, they go back thousands of years. The CO2 levels were 10 times what they are now in the past. And there were gigantic animals everywhere. So it's not the CO2. It's not carbon dioxide. Yeah, see, so what they want to do is they basically want to kill us. They don't need us anymore. They want to kill us. Yeah. Well, this is a heck of a spot. I wouldn't mind having a house up here. Too bad it's apparently run by trendy lesbians, because they just have the. You walk in, and you get that vibe, you know, that you're not really welcome vibe. I wonder if their grapes are any good. They don't really have enough grapes to. There's a field here and one on the other side. I don't think they have enough grapes to actually bottle up more than couple of cases of wine. And Ohio wine is notorious for being too sweet, not very good. So there's something burning way over there. Something's on fire way over there. Can you see it? Yeah, just barely. Way out there. Maybe that's the fake bombing of Tel Aviv. Yeah, we're at war. Well, another wag the dog war. Oh, something burning good over there now. Wow. That's toward the Salt Fork, actually. Salt Fork Reservoir and State Park. And something is burning big over there. Maybe a Durka truck driver on the freeway probably ran into somebody and burning them alive. Got some microwave towers over there. So anyway, yeah, no, they won't let him do a backflip yet. They won't let anybody see this channel. They shadow ban this channel because of the shit that I talk about. I don't want anybody hearing that shit. Yeah, look at that. Those are not natural clouds. God. Oh, somebody's beeping behind me. I thought it was me. Anyway, I'm going to shut this off. I'm tired of holding it up.